was a decorated general with a heart of gold that likened him to all the stories he told of past battles won and lost and legends of old. A seasoned veteran in his own time, on the battlefield he gained respectful fame, with many medals of bravery and stripes to his name. He grew a beard as soon as he could to cover the scars on his face, and always urged his men on. But on the eve of a great battle with the infantry and dream, the old general tossed in his sleep and wrestled with its meaning. He awoke from the night to tell what he had seen, and walked slowly out of his tent. All the men held tall with their chests in the air, with the courage in their blood and a fire in their stare. And it was a gray morning and they all wondered how they would fare, till the old general told them to go home. He said, I have seen the others, and I have discovered that this fight is not worth fighting. And I've seen their mothers, and I will no other to follow me where I'm going. So take a shower and shine your shoes. You got no time to lose. If you are a young man, you must be living. Take a shower and shine your shoes. You got no time to lose. If you are a young man, you must be living. Go now, you are forgiven. But the men stood fast with their guns on their shoulders, not knowing what to do with the contradicting orders. The general said he would do his own duty, but he would extend it no further. The men could go as they pleased, but not a man moved. Their eyes gazed straight ahead, till one by one they stepped back and not a word was said. And the old general was left with his own words echoing in his head. He then prepared to fight. He said, I have seen the others, and I have discovered that this fight is not worth fighting.
What up, y'all?
No. And I've seen their mothers, and I will no other to follow me where I'm going. So take a shower and shine your shoes. Oh, you got no time to lose. You are a young man, you must be living.
What up, fam? Y'all ready?
Take a shower and shine your shoes.
Let's do it! It's baseball stuff! We need some sports in our life. I saw that the Chinese Basketball League, CBA, Chinese Basketball Association, I saw that they were ready to roll, and then they canceled. I don't know. I don't know what to believe anymore. I'm so confused with things. I saw there's Griffey's in tribute. How's everyone doing tonight? Hope you all are ready to have some fun. As much fun as I can make baseball stuff that I don't know about at a time it's not playing that I can't even... You know, this is why I'm disappointed with baseball. I'll get back to the whole CBL and the league starting thing, but I don't have the patience for baseball. And what I mean by that is I'm a squirrel, for those of you who don't know. And, yeah, people still shine their shoes. Absolutely. Dress shoes. You got to get them things buffed out and looking good. Get the scuff marks out. I am such a squirrel that I'll like watch, even when I go live to a game, I'm about going to different stadiums and just walking around and seeing the stadium and seeing views from the different seats. And like, I love watching baseball live. I do. Get a couple beers, some dogs. Brandon says he thinks the season's too long. He loves baseball. That's how I feel. It's in a way, it's almost a similar way of how I feel about college sports, in a way, college football, is that there's just too many teams to follow. And I know they do the rankings, but what bothers me about that is that there have been years where... Oh, it's a sticker. There have been years where better teams did not make it. And I do like it more since they started a playoff in college football, but it's the same kind of concept. Just way too many teams, way too many games. I think basketball has a really good mix. 80-some games. It's nonstop action in basketball. There's a short play clock. But with baseball, there's a change of pitcher is enough for me to turn the channel. So I guess what you polish your boots weekly. I guess what I was excited about the most was sitting here and doing breaks and watching. Because I feel like I could literally watch a baseball game and do one of these. I would do cases of Heritage. Whatever. We'll put the game on. We'll put a fantasy. Here's what I'd like to see in a perfect world. When baseball comes back, we do like a half a case of something like Heritage or whatever it is, like these bigger sets, Tops, whatever. And we put a free contest up. You have to be in that break to get into the contest on like FanDuel or DraftKings or whatever. And you do one of those showdown modes for that game. And we watch that game during the break. To me, that's the ideal scenario for baseball for me. What was it a ringing endorsement for, Emily? That was truly a ringing. What did I endorse? There is baseball going up at 10, I believe. I hope so. Earlier, I set a timer on one of my drops, and apparently it fixed it from 5:30 to 5:46. Now again, Philadelphia Phillies used to do dollar dog nights, Hatfield dollar dog nights. That was cool. You could go get like, 5 hot dogs. They were good too. I know. Listen. I'm nothing if I'm not straight up honest about this, Emily. I'm doing this right now. I want to like baseball. I'm not going to sit here and say I don't. It happened with basketball. To be fair, I played basketball in high school and college. I just never really got into the NBA, which is weird. I just didn't. I've only ever really watched pro football, and I think what I like about it is it suits my personality. It's one game on a Thursday, one game on a Monday, I can focus. I gotta focus on a game. Too much stuff going on makes me insane. Although that's how I live my life. I always have a million things going on. I'm glad I made you smile tonight, Emily. How are you doing? Dustin May, we'll flip through this pretty quickly. I saw that. Can you guys see the cards okay? I'm not going to say every name. I'm just going to kind of rifle through them. Let me know if I'm going too fast. Josh Johnson. Or John Johnson got the 3 box he won. And he got one of these mascot cards. And he got the Mr. Met Auto. And if I pass anything, you guys are like, hey, go back, top load that, let me know. I kind of think I know what I'm looking for. Aaron Judge. Screen looked pretty clear. Can you guys see the cards all right if I just rifle through like this? Bernie Brewer. What? That he got that auto, the Mr. Met? Flawless football. Ah, nice. Congratulations. It's not Brandon. What is it? Is it Brandon? Is that your real name? Is it Miles on here? You guys, your YouTube names confuse, like not just yours, Wellborn, but so many of you. Like Kent Touch This, I forget who it is every time until I get into the break. Cal Ripken Jr., Spring has sprung. Yeah, what do you guys think of that whole fantasy idea? That's what I would really like to see. Wouldn't that be fun? I wouldn't mind. I would get even something like Donruss, right? We could do Donruss super cheap. Just ship hits and rookies and numbered cards and stuff. Do it super cheap. Watch a baseball game. Do a baseball fantasy just for the night. Anyone in the break can get in. Max 2 spots per break so that we can get enough people in the fantasy. Mr. Red. I think it sounds awesome. Eloy Jimenez, that's not the player on that team we want. Bo Bichette, Spring has sprung. There's a Gavin Lux. Freddie Freeman, parallel. Get you a Trout. Got me a Marlin. What movie is that? I don't remember, Emily, but I bet you do. There's an Acuna. Caught me a Marlin. I think it's a Jim Carrey movie. I want to say The Mask. Eddie Rosario. There's a Mariner Moose. Do they all start with their team names? John Lester. There's a Verlander sticker. Fernando Tatis. I don't even think in this set it's worth the sleeve from what I hear. So Reggie Jackson, Spring has sprung. Again, this is just a super cheap set. Great for kids. There's a Vlad Guerrero parallel. Cool card. Is it Austin Powers? Set it up. We need sports for me to set up that fantasy thing. What part of Austin Powers is it? There's a Jordan Alvarez rookie. I don't remember. That would make sense. That's a Mike Myers thing. Aquino. You have to open a lot of these boxes to find some of the good stuff, but it was cool. The first time I ever opened one of these is when I first started breaking. Bryce Harper Spring has Sprung. And actually, I got just like 4 boxes in is all I got. And there's Mrs. Met. I wonder if she knows Mr. Met signed. That could be problems. He's getting paid and didn't tell her about the paycheck. Mr. Met is in the doghouse over quarantine because he signed cards without telling Mrs. Met. It's not good, guys. Don't hide your money. We got to get out of the house. It's been cold here, so it's been especially difficult. Not cold, but windy. We've gone for short walks, but my whole house is going nuts. Gavin Biggio, Clayton Kershaw, Altuve. All right. It's Gold Member. What part of Gold Member is it? Yeah, Marlin. Is it when he's like in the shark with the shark tank? 75 and sunny. I love you, Logan, but like why? Why do you have to be a bully and like tease me with that? All right. Let's get it cracking. We have 21 minutes until that break drops for football. We will do more of these. This is the cheapest way for me to bring in Topps Tribute for you guys where you're not breaking the bank. Plus it spreads it out. So plus, one of the things I always loved about mixers when I started football, and obviously I still love mixers. I mean, look what I have up is, A, it makes it cheaper to get some of the better product. B, oftentimes, in my opinion, it seems the way Panini, and I can't speak for Topps, I know we had that conversation the other day, tends to do cases is it's like 1 or 2 really good hits a case, right? Which is the way it should be. Like, they can't put a ton of cases in. But if you hit a good mixer right, you can get like a really super hot mixer, and you can do it for the fraction of a price of a case. I just think mixers are fun. It switches it up. It's not the same product for 8, 10, 12 boxes. Crazy. I didn't realize Topps Tribute was only a 6-box case. Topps does not mind doing those smaller cases. Oh, I am jealous, Logan, for sure. A BOGO for 27. Were there any teams off limit? Oh, I forgot about Mini-Me. Troy Verner. Isn't that his name, Troy Verner? Oh, Mini-Me. You complete me. I completely forgot about Mini-Me. Yankees and the White Sox were off limits? That was it? Isn't that weird that those are the 2 teams off limits? So, like, they're not even the 2 most expensive teams at most breaks. Why were they the ones off limits? I'd be interested in doing that for a box. I am honestly debating. I have a inner case of Donruss here. The Yankee checklist is insane. On a product like that makes sense. And then they have, all right, yeah. Well, I knew that, but on that product, see, and that's the thing in mixers. The nice thing about mixers is another reason I like them is it does spread out the checklist. For example, the Bucks are weak in some products in football, but in some products are actually really strong. Elite. I was going through the Elite checklist today. Elite or Contenders Draft. I ordered a couple more cases of football today. What's left? You can't hardly find football anywhere. Best rookies on the Sox. That's what I was thinking. You're saying on the White Sox, but what about I guess they're second-year players, third-year players like the Blue Jays. What about isn't there the Alvarez or not Alvarez? Who's the guy on the Astros? That's a rookie. I'll go back through and we'll check for... Yeah, we'll check for short prints and stuff then. We'll have to random some of these. Kevin Newman, Clint Frazier, Devers Stevenson. Batting leaders there, Diamondbacks, Nationals, and Brewers. There's an Aaron Judge. Aaron Nola, that's going to be out of 571. Heritage Chrome. Sorry, I see there's a... I'll look at it then. Geez, Lord knows I don't need... I want to look at it, but if I try to look at it now in baseball, it takes all my concentration just to stay... Now let's see how good I am. Nope, I suck. I thought for sure that would be an alternate or a short print. RBI leaders, Nationals, Braves, and Mets. Wow, I suck. I tried two. Oh, you know, it's funny when you get into the older players. That's what I collected as a kid, was baseball. But I didn't watch it really. I just liked collecting cards because my dad did, and it was just something that we had together. My brother and I would play games of pool. Oh, I skipped right over the auto. Cheapers creepers. It gets me with these, with the ink. I know they're in blue. Did you guys see me go through it? Or did I? Nobody said anything. Top certified autograph issue going out to the Brewers. That's going to go to Rick Butler. I was like, what the heck is the number about? There you go. Keston Hura going out to Rick Butler. Did you guys, be honest, did anybody catch that going through the front way? That's crazy to me. Topps is weird. Emily, I disagree with you. It's cool. Topps is cool. It's like its own, it's completely different from anything Panini does. It's just not good for a squirrel. You thought you did? Whatever. No, I'm just kidding. You should have said something. Call me out on that. I find it hard to believe, Emily, that you would not... Are these the ones I went through already? I think these are the ones I went through. That you would not call me out on that. It's not, you don't always get an autograph either. Most of the time for this year, it seemed to me like we got a ton of patches. There's a short print. Wow, not a lot. Not like normal. Just the one and the auto. And a numbered chart, I guess. I have seen the others and I have discovered that this fight is not worth fighting. And I've seen their mothers. Everyone wants me to do that. Here's why I don't. Listen. I love Mexican food. And I love Italian food. But I don't really want taco pasta. Although now I say it out loud, it sounds kind of good. It's not for everybody, is what I'm getting at. It's not everybody's favorite dish. I have done a state break before, which is how I see a lot of people do it for those. I don't know. I like my things separate. I just do. I don't want to take the fun out of football. Because you know what would happen? I would be... Oops, that goes right over here. I would be super pumped for like our big football hits. And then all of a sudden be like, yay, Keston Hura. Like, I don't know him yet. Maybe when I get more into baseball, I would be a little bit more into that. You know what I mean? I really do want to get better at it. When are they going to have baseball? All right, I was going to ask you this. What do you guys think? That's a short print there. Tatis short print. Or high number. You saw an auto? But there's only one per box in this, right? Now are you messing with me? You just don't make sauces. That's a rule. This is a missing signature. This Acuna, is that what you meant? You saw a blue one? All right, I'm going to go back through. I looked at this card and I was like, that's weird. That's a missing signature. That's the first we've pulled of that. Is that we'll go back through the stack. Is that a pretty hard parallel short print to find? I'm going to go back through the stack right now. 12 minutes on that other football break if you're interested. There's a Francisco Lindor high number. Man, that'd be crazy if we get an extra one. Verlander high number. There's a Ryan O'Hearn high number. Look at all the high numbers in this little batch. Nah, we didn't get one. The missing auto. I'm gonna flip through the front just so that I can show you, but it may have been something like that. Some of them look more realistic than others. I hate these. What do they call them? The similes. Nah, no more. These were our high number cards. That Acuna goes for 75 or 100. That's cool. Yeah, that's a neat. That's cool. I haven't seen that one yet. That's we're on our second case of that. Haven't seen one of those yet. Bo Bichette, Anthony K. Oh yeah. So did I asked my question? What sport do you think is going to open up first? Is it baseball, basketball, or will they all get to the point where football is actually kicking off as far as, hey, they're going to start with practices, no fans, just practices? And I guess that could still count. Like a sport they already said basketball is going to have at least 2 weeks where they have to do like a preseason. Chino Bandito, what is that? It feels like you're leading me to a comedian. There's a Starling Marte. Is that how you say his name? High number. Follow me where I'm going. So take a shower and shine your shoes. We got no... High number, David Fletcher. Thank you again to everyone who's helped me with baseball, learning like the ins and outs of this early product. I do appreciate it. It won't always be this way. I'm sure I'll have to still recap every year since it's not what I do. Mexican and Chinese food, really? That's the thing is my wife measures everything out and is like very particular on the way she cooks, and that didn't call for that. Oh, here we go, our heritage pack. But for me, I'll like mix different kinds of food. That was a bad example for me to give when I said about not mixing. Gary Waslewski for the Yankees. Diners, drive-ins, and dives. Is that close to you? All right, here we go. Gypsy Queen up. Then we have Inception, and then we'll end with Tribute. I really like this Gypsy Queen. I get excited. I like it. That's a recipe for a stomach ulcer. Orange chicken burrito with a side of fried rice and refried beans. This actually sounds good. Yeah, Mexican food is my favorite. But, like, I don't necessarily consider, like, fast food Mexican food. We don't have a ton of authentic Mexican, but, like, I like to try to make it. But that's the one food. If someone's like, a chef's coming in, what kind of food? Give me some spicy Mexican food. We'll save the 3 Chrome cards there. Maybe that's why I never have good bowel movement. Wait, are we still live? I eat way too much spicy food. We're all friends here, right? I thought we were in the circle of trust. I thought we were allowed to say what we were feeling. All right, here we go. I'm just going to open a couple packs at a time. Again, let me know if I miss anything in this. This has about similar stuff to look for. There's an Alvarez. I think our auto's coming up. Nope, just Alvarez. That's a Bradley out of 250, Archie Bradley. Ah, we see. I like that one. Now, have you had, before you say it's the best, have you had, Logan, Mexican food in Arizona? Or are you just saying based on your limited exposure to regional authentic Mexican food? So what's the major difference between, like, because I hear that phrase a lot, like Tex-Mex, and to me in my head that's more of like a Mexican American. Brian, you like Gypsy Queen the most? What do you get when you say Mexican? What do you get that you like so much? There's a missing name. That's going to be Meja. Meja? How do you say his name? Meja? He can't eat Mexican food. He can't even say the names. There's a, out of 50, James Paxton. What are they, like negatives or black and white? They're not sepia. Mike Trout, you wanted a Trout? There you got a tarot card, the Star Trout. 5 minutes at football break drops if you guys are interested in that. Bo Bichette. And Carter Kieboom going out to the Nationals. Carter Kieboom on card as they are going to Carl Roberts. Carl. Mine was Mother Cantina's in Ocean City. It was just tacos mostly. We went for taco night. But, oh, dude. I mean, it was good stuff. Cheap drinks. See, I like food trucks because they change their menu so frequently because they don't keep a lot of inventory. So they're constantly changing their menus up. I like the Food Truck Challenge was one of my favorite shows that the Food Network put out. I stopped watching it probably 3 years in. I don't even know if it's on anymore. It got a little fake for me. A little, I don't know, it's scripted, I felt like, as most do. Felt like the first season was very authentic, though, in what they had to do. Hole in the wall place inside an old gas station. There's a taxi service. Dude, that would have the best food. Like, they don't give a rip. They're probably not living by any health code. They don't care. They're like, we're just going to make really good food. Cash only. That's awesome. I've been to a couple restaurants like that, and I'm like, hey, like I would have beer in my backpack or something if I was on my bike and bicycle, not motorcycle. I don't own a motorcycle, but nor would I shouldn't condone drinking and riding bike either, but it's a little less risky. But anyhow, I'm like, I found this one place and there's a Harper tarot card. I was like, can I have a beer in here? It was just a little place. He's like, oh, we have them in the bottom of the fridge behind the sodas. So you go ahead and help yourself to one. I'm like, oh, what do I? He goes, I just have. He gave me free beers at the restaurant. I'm like, that's awesome. That's my kind of place. Bregman, Alberto, Goldschmidt, Jimenez. There's an Acuna. Oh, you're in with the cool crowd. I see how it is. And there's a Tatis. Man, good names coming on those fortune tellers. No Bazooka back yet. I didn't see a swap either. $2 tacos. One minute until that football break drops if you're interested in that kind of thing. 28 a spot. Here we go. Autograph. David Peralta. That's going to go out to the Arizona Diamondbacks. It's going to be Emily. There you go, Emily. What up, Emily? David Peralta. I love these sweatshirts. I just got to remember when I break, I can't reach across because they're like the arms hang down. There you go, Emily. Sweet. Bueller. And Max Scherzer. Gavin Lux. All right, and I think I already went through. Yeah, I already went through this one. So no swap. We did get a couple other different parallels. I didn't see any swap. Let's see, no Bazooka back. I'm seeing. All right, let's see what our Chrome cards are. I'm just gonna confirm real quick too that break did drop. In fact, drop. Quick question: when this quarantine is over, what's the first thing you guys are all going to do? All right. What is the first thing you all are going to do when you're allowed out and moving around? Here we go. Syndergaard. Gregorius. And Altuve out of 50. Does anybody like him anymore? Baseball game and dinner. Drink a beer at a sports bar. I think now I'm going to go out for Mexican. Hobby shop for cards and your RC card. That's funny you say that. Does your same hobby shop, Wayne, sell parts for your RC car and cards? Like, is it an all-inclusive? Like, we have one around here that does that. The one, not the one that I really go to often. I don't like this one for cards, but it is cool. I go there sometimes to get some of the things like Beanie Boos for my kids. They have specific ones and stuff. Yeah, I don't know enough about it, Logan, to form a judgment, but I think he was compliant with the coaches and the MLB. I think he was put, probably in a tough position to say what he was told he has to say, did what he had to do. He should have stood up and been a better character and said, no, I'm not doing this. But two different places. Ours actually got away from their memorabilia. He said so much of the stuff with the mem was getting destroyed in shipping, or people said it was destroyed, and like helmets and stuff. And he said we were losing more money on our memorabilia than we were making on it, he said, and it takes up so much space. So they went with RC cars, and actually grabbed my eye the last time. All right, Inception, and then a Tribute. Good luck, everybody. Let's have some fun. What did he... Huh. Interesting. Yeah, he, out of all the players that spoke, he seemed to be the one that was truly the most apologetic, and not for the wrong reasons. Like, he was just pissed off about it. Tyler Alexander, but again, he seemed to shut his mouth and take his punishment so far. Tyler Alexander, rookie card for the Tigers, and Alonso out of 99. Again, I don't want to get into it because I honestly don't care, because I think the fact that was a possibility, that's on the MLB. Like, same thing with Deflategate. Like, there's easy enough protocols to make sure that stuff doesn't happen. Jose Ramirez. But you'll have these every now and then it's adjusted, and it's hard to get by the system. The system gets harder to beat every time. AJ Puck. Zach Collins. Yeah, and nobody, you become a whistleblower, and then you're outed either way. Like, your team won't have anything to do. It's a tough spot. I don't agree or disagree with it. I don't have all the facts. Woo! Out of 155 for the Dodgers, going out to B. Brandon Wellborn. How about a Gavin Lux out of 155? If you want this in a mag case, you just say the word and I got you. I agree, Logan. There has to be. I think more the team than the players. Because the managers are... Ultimately, it's like if a kid, an 8-year-old does something, they don't get in as much trouble as the parents are for allowing them to, like, not watching them. Is Wellborn in here? If not, I'll top load it. I know some people don't like their baseball cards in mag cases as much. All right, Brandon, you just get a hold of me. Good break so far. I would just do it in the mag, or in the top loader if you're not sure. I gotta stop with this. Oh my God. Idiot, don't be a dummy. That's it. I'm taking my shirt off. Sweatshirt. All right, one more box to go. Where all the goodies. My goodies. Yeah, football is all about the mags. Basketball and baseball, not so much. But you mag your football, right, Logan? I don't know. John. Have I broke this yet? Yeah, we did this at noon on release day. All right. Gleyber Torres, not numbered, going out to the New York Yankees. Let's get all the non-hits first. Out of 50, Roger Maris, one of those Yankee players you were talking about. Roger Maris out of 50. Now, how do these cards do as far as value for these just numbered base cards for these vet players? Yeah, see, like Logan doesn't mag his baseball, but just a different fan base for value if they see it. And Aaron Nola for the Philadelphia Phillies, one of these stamps of approvals. John, you'll appreciate this. You can type in this number and it tells you what game it was used in. That is the one thing Topps has going for him over Panini that I wish Panini would adapt. Yeah, it is interesting. And that seems to be the case, Logan. A lot more grading. But as football goes that route, I guess we'll see. All right, pack number 2. All right, no divider in between there. Trey Turner for the Nationals, not numbered, going out to Wayne. Or I'm sorry, I don't have it mixed up over here. Carl Roberts. Sort that. Yep, Carl Roberts. And for the Seattle Mariners, Kyle Lewis out of 99, rookie, going out to Logan. Panini likes player worn versus game used. I don't think it's that as much as let's look at it this way. Think about how many more jerseys the MLB goes through, and they're much thinner. They're a lot cheaper. They're much thinner than what a football jersey is. And I think there's just not as much access to football jerseys. Panini uses game used in baseball stuff. A lot of their baseball stuff is game used, which is weird because I don't know how they get access to it. I could be wrong on that, but I swear when we opened Don Russ, it's a lot of game used stuff. Hank Aaron for the Braves. Wait, Milwaukee Braves became the Atlanta Braves. I think I looked that up before. Is that correct? Not a lot of redemptions in Topps. That's good. Kyle Schwarber out of 150. Tribute dual relic. Again, it says on the front, game used mem. Man, these are thick cards. Glad I got some more of these top loaders. This is up to a 190 top loader. Ah, Wade Boggs. There's a name I know. This is a Carl Yastrzemski going out to the Boston Red Sox out of 99. Hold on, I gotta grab some. Oh, here's one. They're right here. I have seen this. That's not good. Oh, I know what it is. All right. Carl Yastrzemski out of 99. Going to the Red Sox to go along with this. Losing it over here. That was the wrong size. So they changed how many come in a pack of my one size top loader. So they look almost the exact. The 138s almost look exactly like the 108s. It used to be 25 in a pack, and now it's 10. You get as many, they're just in smaller packs. I think they were having trouble selling them like that. And then the Wade Boggs. Whit Merrifield for the Kansas City Royals out of 199. That is going out to Wayne Roden with another one. There you go, Wayne. Wonder why that is that Panini can't seem to get it together with like getting their people to sign. I mean, I don't trust what people say firsthand all the time. When I just met him, I met a guy at the National and he said they try. That's his job, is to literally chase people down. But maybe they're not as pressing as they could be. There's a Honus Wagner. Like, out of curiosity, Emily, what's a card like that go for? I mean, we had the Hank Aaron, the Honus Wagner. What do those two cards go for? They're not numbered. They're base at a tribute. Pete Alonso. Or anyone. I ask Emily a lot. How about a Rod Carew going out to the Angels, California Angels? It says became LA, right? Or the Los Angeles, right? Out of 50, Rod Carew. That is on there too. That is a cool card. Is that like a stained glass? If so, it goes out to Brian Law. I never know when teams change. There you go. That is a cool card. How are you now? That's what it is, a stained glass. Let's do a Charlie Blackmon. Going out to Tap the Rockies. And Tony Gwynn for the Padres. Oh my goodness. 9 out of 10. Gavin Lux. I should have opened this break myself. Goodness gracious. 9 out of 10. Gavin Lux. Out of tribute. Boom, baby. Second one of the break.
Kaboom!
My goodness, my Guinness. Jeepers creepers. Holy cow. This is probably my best baseball break all around. There we have an Acuna. That was not a traded team though, right? It was just the A's. Abreu going out to the White Sox. And out of 150, this was on a trade. Going out to Blaney, got it. It's going to be the triple relic game used Ricky Henderson. That's a $500 banger. That about covers the... That and the other Lux and that here probably cover the entire break. That's crazy. The non-auto out of 10. Brian, who'd you get in that trade? What was that trade? Oh, for Twins. A's for Twins. Yeah, that can be tough. All right, guys, we're going to recap here if you want to stick around and see that. I'll just go through the top-loaded cards and the hits, and then we'll roll and check in on baseball, and I'll see you maybe later this week. I might repeat this mixer. I like it. We had the Acuna, Alonso, Yastrzemski out of 99, Lewis out of 99, Maris out of 50, Alonso to 99, Tyler Alexander. We had the no name on there for Francisco. James Paxton out of 50, the Trout and Harper tarot cards, Acuna and Tatis fortune tellers, along with the Sherbert, a Bueller tarot card, Gavin Lux rookie, Altuve out of 50. There's our throwback cards. There's a Tatis that's just a high print. Acuna missing auto. We had the Nola, and these are just high prints here, high runs. All right. I don't know why I did all those. Here we go. Our hits included Whit Merrifield out of 199 going to the Royals. That's going to go to Wayne Roden. Kyle Schwarber out of 150. Game used going out to the Cubs. It's going to be Joe Valdivia. Aaron Nola out of 150. That's the stamp of approval. Get out of there, tummy sticks. And the Ricky Henderson. We also had the Carter Kieboom for the Nationals. We had this Keston Hiura for the Brewers. David Peralta for the Diamondbacks. We had this Rod Carew out of 50 stained glass. And a pair of Luxes, including the out of 10 tribute. Wow, we'll have to get that on our page, won't we? All right, y'all. I gotta roll a dice real quick for these. All right, 1, 2, 3 to the top, 4, 5, 6 to the bottom. Then it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's all one roll, though. That's a good way to put that in perspective, Emily. Or 1, so it's going to go to Collins, Jenkins, Anderson, Yelich, Rendon, Cole, and Yelich. All right, y'all, I have to roll and check in on baseball. Football. Oh, my goodness. Don't tell him. Check in on football. I'll be back later this week with some, all right? Deuces.